Hey everyone, welcome back to AFTV. We are here for the starting 11 show because in about 10 minutes we will know who Arteta's gone with in this crucial game against Liverpool. But before we get into all that, I'm here with some very special guests. Starting off, Chris Hudson. Welcome, Chris. How you doing? Yeah, round of applause. Welcome, Chris. How you doing? Absolute legend of AFTV. Welcome back. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm a bit nervous about the game, though.
Bit
on edge.
Yeah, no, me too. We're going to go into all that. Harvey, how you doing?
I'm good. It's good to see you again, James. 5 minutes later.
Yeah, we were just chatting on the
We were building up.
We were building up.
I feel built up.
Building up. I feel a little bit, but I think that means the nerves are kicking in as well. And of course, we've got Charlene. How are you? We didn't give a round of applause for Harvey.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Good energy here.
Always, you know how we roll.
We're going to get into Liverpool. What we want to see for the starting 11. We were kind of breaking that down a little bit on the build-up, me and Harvey, because there's some interesting sort of tactical things to look at. But yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting. Tavares, Tierney, does Partey come straight back in? Aubameyang, all that. For anyone expecting the Don himself, Mr. Don Robbie, he is actually on the Don Robbie channel at the moment. They've just launched a brand new Saturday show. It's amazing. They're covering all the 3 p.m. kickoffs. And they've got Saeed up there. It's quite funny, I can't lie. So yes, do go check out the Don Robbie show as well after this and see what they're doing, because they're doing some incredible stuff up there as well. But we are here to talk Arsenal-Liverpool because it is the 5:30 kickoff in about an hour and 10 minutes. I think what is the first real test for these new signings and this new Arsenal under Arteta. I know Leicester was a big game, but it's massive. Chris, let's start with you. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Everything. How are you feeling going into this? I've had a lot of optimism. That's the word I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's when I get worried.
Yeah, that's when I get worried as well.
But when people start getting ahead of themselves, it can come and bite you.
Yep.
So I think we've got to be a little bit realistic. We're playing one of the best teams in Europe, and we're not going to go up there and stroll around and win 3-0. I'll bite your hand off for a draw.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
But we can't say how it's going to go till you've seen the team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Me, I'd obviously have Tierney. I'll stick with Maitland-Niles in midfield.
Would you?
Because I don't want to go gun-ho. Not because I don't rate Lokonga, but it could be a big game. I might want a more defensive player in midfield.
So would you go Partey alongside Maitland-Niles?
Yeah, that's if Partey's fit, of course.
I think he is. I think we know Arteta's been quite coy on it. He's doing his usual mind games or whatever. Does Partey come straight back in for you, Charlene?
100%. Come on, that's Thomas Partey. We need that strength in the midfield. So if he's fit, he is straight back in, no question of a doubt. I did do my starting 11, pairing Maitland-Niles with Lokonga. But then when I heard Partey is fit and back, I was like, right, I'll put Partey straight back in, perhaps take Lokonga out.
But haven't we seen this before? Rushing back for the North London derby.
And he breaks down.
Then he breaks down. He's out another, month or two after that. And then our season doesn't really get going because we still haven't got who, in my opinion, when everyone's on form, is our best player.
Yeah.
Harvey, is that a cause for concern?
Listen, he has to start. Partey has to start. I don't know if he's not fit. Then obviously Lokonga, Maitland-Niles still did very well together. I would put Partey with Lokonga, not with Maitland-Niles. I think Lokonga. I don't know. I've just been so impressed with him this season. I feel like he has to play in this kind of game.
See, I'll take it one more because you've got Maitland-Niles and Partey. Partey. What about you?
Partey and Maitland-Niles.
Partey and Maitland-Niles. I've actually on the warm-up gone for El Neni and Partey. And I know.
Blew everyone away there.
Who's going to get it right?
Just take a second, guys.
Someone's got it right.
But I think for me, the only reason is Liverpool are so good in midfield in terms of their energy and just the way they can overwhelm you. Just a little bit of a more experienced head and also someone who is going to keep it a bit boring. I don't know how to explain it. El Neni won't do anything. He does the job.
He does the job.
Right, and I quite like that.
He's a player.
Against that, the rumour is that they're letting him go for nothing in 4 weeks' time. So would you, if you were going to do that, would you give him playing?
This can be a send-off gift for us.
Oh really?
This is why I should stay.
Listen, he knows Salah.
Out the box thinking.
Yeah.
I know Salah, of course. They're friends. Salah and El Neni are friends. So
exactly.
There we go. Maybe.
I don't know I'm supporting your argument, but yeah.
Thank you. I do. Well, I think my most compelling argument for this is that Partey and Arnie started together at Old Trafford last year, and at the Bridge won both games 1-0. So maybe there's something in there. There's a nice compliment between them. Partey, I think, is able to express himself a little bit because he's not leaving, with all due respect to Maitland-Niles and Lokonga, slightly younger, more experienced players that you feel you need to maybe be more alongside? Maybe I'm being harsh. I feel like El Neni, I don't know what it is for a game like this where it's going to be grind it out for 90 minutes potentially. Don't know why, I have a feeling. But let's move on to the left back situation.
So, would you bring Partey back in from the start?
Yeah.
No injury concern.
20% fit. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Do you know when Arteta tried to push him?
Straight
Yeah,
back.
that'd be me. Come on, I'll take your crash. Off you go.
But I mean, if we think about it, I mean, there's fitness tests he's going to have to pass before, he's selected. So we just got to trust the team behind to make sure they make the right
You were about to say process,
Yeah,
weren't
you
you?
were.
Trust the team.
The physios,
Yeah. Left back,
Tierney.
Tavares.
Tierney.
Have you been? What have you made of Tavares?
I love him.
Yeah.
What a bargain.
Yeah.
And he's just wonderful. I've never seen a fullback with such quick feet. And he's good at defending. I loved his interview this week when he says what that means to someone to hear an Arsenal defender say, we love to defend.
Yeah.
That's what Arsenal were built on.
Yeah.
In the last 5 years, we've had defenders who couldn't give a damn about defending.
It's true, yeah.
So when I'm hearing that, that's wonderful. But today, I'm going to go with Tierney.
And you know what I really liked about, there's another Tavares quote when he said, we're Arsenal.
That's wonderful.
Of course we're winning games. Well, actually was surprised. I thought,
Exactly.
thank you.
Something like that.
What's that meme where like the people are all in the crowd crying and applauding? That was me, like, yeah, thank you. Because it's been so long. There's always been this. Even when we talk, we're kind of saying, you're saying you bite your hand off for a draw. I'm almost like, me too. If we lose, but we compete. I'm kind of, and I'm glad there's an attitude within the squad of. Well, like what? We're Arsenal.
Something has annoyed me a little bit this week
Yeah.
when I hear people on social media saying, oh, this is a free hit.
Right, yeah.
That really gets up my... No Arsenal game is a free hit. Because if you lose here, which we hope we don't, it's pressure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Newcastle home, you got to win.
Yeah.
Then you got Old Trafford, and at the moment, I think when we go to Old Trafford, there could be a new manager there, but that's for another day.
I've been guilty of the free hit discussion.
No.
Mainly, I know, sorry. But mainly because I describe it more as an opportunity for Arteta to do what he really wants to do tactically in this game, rather than feel, well, we've only won 1 in 5, we've lost 2 on the bounce, so, he's almost... You have those games where you're under serious pressure and things aren't looking great, and you almost think, well, let's park the bus and see, at least maybe he might feel he wants to take the game to Liverpool a little bit more.
That'd
Maybe
be interesting. I think that'd shock them.
I think it would. It's what we did to Leicester.
Yeah. Well, actually, we've
Exactly.
done that in a lot of our recent games. Have you noticed that when we've started a game like really quick, and
This is
the
what we were
teams
saying.
we've played against, they've gone, they can't handle it.
Yeah, I made a point to James in the build-up earlier. We were talking about, Arteta, Emery, Wenger against Liverpool and whatever. And under Emery, just as a whole, I mean, James has never heard this term, but second half Arsenal, we were always really poor in the first half, and in the second half, we were on it. Whereas now, under Arteta, we're first half Arsenal in the sense that, as you
That's a
say,
good point,
flying at the start, and then the second half, it's just kind of like a bit more of a relaxed approach, a bit more of a trying to keep the game kind of shut down, as a sense. So you're right. I think it's a massive test for Arteta.
Blitzkrieg football.
Yeah, we just got to keep it going the whole game
Whole 90 minutes.
against a team like
Final
Liverpool, because
whistle.
they're a team, they'll be able to keep going the whole game. Other teams maybe not, but Liverpool 100%.
What are you doing, Charlene? You're Arteta.
Yeah.
You've got your tactical board out. You've got Graham alongside you, and you're telling the team what you want to see. Are you taking the game to them like we did against Spurs, Villa, Leicester?
100%. I ain't holding back. Take it straight
Really?
to them.
Love
We're
ya.
Anfield.
Yeah. 100. This is Liverpool. Yeah.
Innit?
What answer
But
did you
we've got
expect?
to go in.
I know, I don't know why I asked
Come on,
Charlene.
it's
I
Charlene.
know.
We're Arsenal. We need to come into this game with confidence.
Yeah.
Don't just sit back and no, go in there.
So the innocence of youth. See, I've been psychologically damaged by going up to Anfield getting hammered every year.
Oh no.
That's great.
So I've not been watching us at Anfield for as long, and even I'm emotionally
It affects you,
scarred.
you know what I mean?
I'm sort of, yeah, it really does. Well, then that kind of brings on, we're 2 minutes away from the 11s coming out, that brings on to the formation. And perhaps we're being a bit, I don't want to say boring, but you can overthink these things. But there's a very good argument, I've heard it from Cecil in Turkish to discuss it on the build-up, and I'm starting to agree that maybe bring Tierney and Tavares into the team.
That's what you were saying earlier. As we was saying.
That's just something I'd really think about. But
Yeah.
would Arteta think about that? That's I'd do that.
Yeah.
But would Arteta though?
He's a bit of an overthinker, Mikel. Maybe.
You never know. It's a great call.
Attention to detail with Arteta, ain't it?
Does that mean getting overrun in midfield? We discussed it. What would you do? Did I convince you?
No,
or?
I'm not convinced. I feel like we've got the formula that kind of has been working for us.
Yeah.
I feel like if we sit back when I say sit back, obviously you're going to have your wing backs, but if we allow, losing a player in midfield, or losing a player up top, it almost disconnects the midfield and the attack. And sometimes
There is a fear of that when we do start to go forward.
The strikers, whether it's Lacazette or Aubameyang, they need service. They're not really players that are going to make things work. They used to be, but less so now. So, I don't know. I'm not convinced with the whole 5 at the back thing.
That's why in January.
Yeah, it's I don't
January, we desperately need to buy a striker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian says that Salah will know about Nuno Tavares today. I mean, I'd love to see how Nuno would do up against him, because the one thing he's such an athlete, isn't he?
Yeah.
I feel like you're not going to knock it and run, but Liverpool are going to have to somewhat be quite clever if they're going to have the same joy down the right. What are you doing? Back 5, back 3, back 5?
I'm going back 4. I'm keeping it like Harvey was saying, don't sort of change the formula. So I'm keeping, the formation that we have been playing with.
Yeah.
I ain't going to switch it up too much.
I suppose, but what we need now is what the Liverpool team is, forgetting what our
Yeah,
team.
you're
They've
right.
got a few players out, haven't they?
Yeah, suppose, you know what I mean?
Apparently.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm just having a look for the 11, which should be coming in soon,
Sorry, Harry
guys.
Maguire's just been sent off.
Harry Maguire's just been sent off
has
from Man
he?
United. Oh, my word.
What minute is the game on? Is that the
70th.
70? Oh, wow.
Wow.
I can see it now.
Wow.
Zidane's first game at Old Trafford.
Oh, mate.
Do you think that will come in?
Yeah.
You think
Arsenal
it's
home will be. I just know it. I really want them to come back, Man United.
Jeez.
Well,
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't want him to get the sack yet.
Oh.
Imagine that. We want United to win because we don't want Oli to get sacked. Still waiting for the 11. Having a little look at. Oh, and it is out.
Oh no.
Oh
We've
my
got
God, I'm
it.
not even going to look at my phone. I'm not even picking it up.
Are we ready?
Go on, then.
Surprise us, James.
All I'll say is, I don't think Arteta is willing to, let's say, mix it up just for this game, because he's gone for Aaron Ramsdale in goal.
That goes
Obviously
without
keeps his
saying.
place. Now it looks very much to me like a back 4, because he's gone Tomiyasu,
Yeah.
White, Gabriel.
And Tierney.
He's gone to
Tierney.
Tavares,
Is it
He's
Tavares?
gone for Tavares.
Wow.
Has he?
Tavares,
Okay.
our left back. In midfield,
Wow, okay.
Sambi Lokonga starts
Yeah.
with
Partey.
Thomas Partey.
Hey.
Partey's back!
On the right, Bukayo Saka.
Yep.
Yep.
On the left, Emil Smith-Rowe.
Yep.
Aubameyang's in there
Yep. And
And
Lacazette.
with Lacazette.
Wow.
Happy.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
with that.
Shows how much we know.
He's not compromising.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm happy
He's
with
not
that.
compromising.
I'm happy
He-
with that.
Exactly. I'm happy
I would have
with
gone
that.
Tierney over Tavares, but
I wonder how Tierney
I'm not
feels
complaining
about
about
that.
Tavares.
I know.
Is Tierney on the bench? He's still in the
Yeah,
squad, right?
Yeah,
Got
well,
the
let's look at
bench
the
as well.
subs. Leno, Cedric, Holding, Tierney. Those are your defenders. Maitland-Niles, El Neni are midfield options with Odegaard, Pepe and Martinelli. That's a bench that can do something.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly.
100%.
That's not bad at all. I think the thing I take away from this, and it goes back to that free hit discussion, is that maybe this is Arteta going, you know what, we've been in such good form. I want to see if this 4-4-2 and this intent that we've played with can match Liverpool, because Brighton from 2-0 down came from West Ham were 3-1 up.
Yep.
Let's get Chris. What's your reaction to that 11?
I would still play Tierney, but he's shown a lot of faith in that team.
He really has.
That's shocked. I must admit, playing Tavares over Tierney at Anfield has sort of knocked me back a bit, actually.
Really?
I can't believe he's done that, but there you go.
I mean, what does that say about Tavares, though?
It says a lot.
He's a baller.
Clearly, really
Exactly.
rates him.
But then I
Clearly
can
really
turn
rates
it
him.
around, and I wonder what Tierney's sitting there thinking.
That would have
Yeah.
been my lineup, except Tierney over Tavares.
Interesting.
That would have been
But
my lineup.
remember, these days it's not just 11 players. As the game goes on, he might bring Tierney on if you know what I mean, to sort of cement the
Yeah.
victory. That's all.
I did wonder whether.
I like that
Yeah,
optimism.
cement,
You're
sorry.
on my
I just
wavelength
clocked
now.
that. Cement the victory. Yeah. Good work. Yeah. Let's go to a back 5 because we're 4-0 up and comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Got the cigars out.
Yeah, maybe. I see the game
Feet
plan.
up.
I see, yeah. Let's see. It could be a very different story on this set. Let's see. I feel like this set might get destroyed for either good or bad reasons. Like we'll wait and see.
It's going to be good.
I know, bless them. They've been working so hard to put it together.
We'll clean up after.
7 of the 11 players are Arteta signings. The whole back 4 and goalkeeper. When I think of Anfield, I think of the 5-1s, of which there've been many. I think of the 4-0s. I think of what was that stat? 5 years in a row.
Yeah, 5 years in a
Anfield,
row.
3 goals at least.
3 goals or
they've
more
scored.
in every game.
Unbelievable. You
Thing
know,
is, I'm showing me age, but I think of 89, 91, when Paul Merson
You must have been
scored
about
the
10 years
1-0.
old at the time, Chris.
No, I can't remember that. I think of loads of games where I had a very good record at Anfield. I've never seen us lose.
wow. Well,
It's mad.
why aren't you there now?
Can't get home, no trains.
Fair enough. No, but I do think of those things. So when I'm seeing his central midfield partnership, his back four, his goalkeeper, I mean, I know it's Liverpool, but I couldn't tolerate another destruction like that.
That'd be horrible.
What's the Liverpool lineup looking? Do you have the Liverpool
There is
lineup?
also another team with a
I know,
line.
I know this is what I'm a bit.
Yeah,
worried about.
exactly.
I'm going to find out about. But on that question Chris asked, will I find the 11 as I stall? Do you think it's harsh on Tierney?
Do you know what? I mean, this is football. And Tavares, he's another great player.
Yeah, he's on form.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what's going to happen. I mean, Arteta did make it clear, you know, players are going to have to fight for their positions. We know the quality of Tierney. Obviously, every player wants to be getting those minutes, but Tavares is another great player. So
I think it's a
you
big
know,
statement. I think
it's
it's a big
massive
it's a big
statement for Tavares.
It's Arteta going, if you're going to play, there's competition for places. He's already proved that with Ramsdale replacing Leno.
Yeah,
I don't think really
exactly.
that was the aim straight away. I think bringing Tavares in, he was meant to be a backup. He wasn't very expensive, as we've mentioned. I think this is quite a big statement to kind of say, if you're on form, if you're playing well, I'm going to keep you in the team.
But then what about Maitland-Niles? Because in the last game, he played really well. But
There was only one game.
Yeah,
like
he got man of the match.
he's had decent spells here and there, but I think Thomas Partey has been exceptional. Lokonga has been, you know, again, he was quite cheap for, I guess, how he's performed. It's a statement.
The thing is,
massive.
I know the party, we're having it, it's great, but you say he starts the first 20 minutes and his injury comes back, it's good to have Maitland to come on, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
So we've
true,
got to think
actually.
about that.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, that's a good
100%.
point.
And on the Tierney point, he has played 2 big games for Scotland.
True, he's played 2 big games for Scotland.
Tavares has played the Portuguese under-21s.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
It's
I
not
mean,
quiet.
I'm only trying to...
No, it's a really good point, and also Tavares, you know, he's not done it on the back of a couple home wins. He went to Leicester and performed really, really well.
Really well.
You know, and I think he's shown that he can do the defensive side because we had to be resilient at times there and ride our luck at times, and it didn't seem to faze him. I really like his attitude.
Yeah.
Since he's come in, I really like his
confidence, the way he just drives forward as well. And
he's a bit of a street footballer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he plays like. There's moments I see players, you see they want to almost calculate their way out of situations.
Yeah.
I see Tavares get the ball and he goes, right, who's down the line? No one. He goes, all right, off I go.
Yeah.
And he just,
all
and
the way
just
he
charges.
bombs forward, even takes a shot as well.
There's a bit of space
Yeah.
there as well.
He
You know,
doesn't look
and
like your average defender. Do you know? I know he's a
Not at
fullback,
all.
but he doesn't look like your average defender in the sense that, you know, he's got the skills for it. He's got the pace. He's got the, you know.
You could say that about all the signings we've made.
Yeah, exactly,
They've
which
all
is a
got
good
bit
thing.
What I call character.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They need to show it to
I mean,
them.
Flair.
they've got something about them here and there.
Yeah,
Completely agree.
exactly.
They have to show it.
Let's have a look at the Liverpool starting lineup.
Right, let's hear
Yeah, they've gone quite weak here. Ooh, not bad. Yeah.
What, in comparison to us?
Easy win. In goal, Alisson.
Oh,
Who's
mate.
who's that guy? Some Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Van Dijk and Tsimikas.
Well, Tsimikas, that's interesting.
Yeah. Is Robertson on the bench? No, he was
He's
an injury
injured.
scare, so he's not made it.
Okay.
No, but I mean, let's get serious here now. I mean, Tsimikas is their backup, and he's looked superb when he's played. So
Yeah,
bloody hell.
yeah.
Now in midfield, Fabinho, Thiago, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Okay.
Oh.
The front three, it's only Mane, Salah, and Jota.
Oh, okay. That's
God.
fine then. I was worried.
I know.
No,
Henderson does make the bench. I think if there is one actually banter aside, if there's one bit of criticism, Liverpool's bench, they've got Kelleher, if I pronounce that right, Kelleher, Konate, Henderson, Minamino, Phillips, Gordon, Beck, Morton, Bradley.
I have not heard of half of
As
them.
I'm
Yeah.
about to say, I don't know 5 of them. I'm
yeah.
sure one of them will get a debut goal to win them the game today.
Yeah.
But when I look at that Liverpool midfield, I'm used to like Henderson, Wijnaldum, I know he's not there anymore, Naby Keita, real powerhouses.
Yeah.
Thiago, supremely talented player, but not the same energy. And Oxlade-Chamberlain, we know from our time, you know, watching him, he's not, you don't always know what you're going to get from him. Is that cause for encouragement?
Possibly. I'm surprised Ox has sort of resurrected his career again there, hasn't he? Because he was connected with us, wasn't he, about a month ago, coming back
They
in
were
January
saying,
on
yeah.
loan.
Yeah.
Which I think the midfield gives me a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
What about
you
the front three?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that gives
Yeah,
me a
we
little
won't
bit of
talk
dread.
about that. We'll leave that.
A little bit of
We'll leave that
dread. Yeah. Good way to put it. Good.
Where's that optimism?
There are things there that, when we talk about Liverpool not being the same Liverpool, even if they beat us 5-1 today, or whatever happens,
God, don't say that.
they are no. But even if, and I'm going to touch this, which is made of wood,
Hold it.
Hold it in my arms for the whole game. They're still the same side that dropped 2 points at home to Brighton. They're still the same side that really didn't look good at West Ham and conceded 3 goals and looked like they could have conceded more at times. There is, on paper, but also when you look at form, maybe weaknesses we can start to explore.
The thing is, after an international break, you do get some weird results.
Yeah, you do.
Because a lot of the internationals take travelling, takes a lot out of people. They come back. I'm a little bit interested to see how Smith Rowe and Saka play today, like their England exertions.
I'm with you. You mentioned weird results. I mean, to prove your point, we've got the results up on
Wolves.
screen.
Yeah.
Villa, Brighton are drawing. Burnley 3, Palace 3. 2 teams you wouldn't normally associate with scoring lots of goals. They're sharing it around. Newcastle, Brentford 3-3. Norwich are winning, which is weird enough. They're beating Southampton 2-1.
Dean Smith.
Oh, wow,
The Dean Smith
isn't it?
effect.
Dean Smith debut.
Although I know they beat Brentford last time. Norwich fans don't get at me. The only normal scoreline there is that Watford are beating United 2-1. That's the only thing.
But the big-
And West Ham are losing.
The
So
Wait,
incentive
is West
there
Ham playing? I
is
can't
if West
see.
Ham were to,
Wolves.
would I be
What's the
right in
score?
saying if
1-0
West Ham were to
Ah, okay.
lose that, we used to get a result, that would we
I
go and
think
go
we'd be a
fourth?
point behind
Well,
them.
that'd do me.
Something like that. So yeah, I'd be interested to look at the table
There's no-
in a bit.
That sums up the Premier League, doesn't it, those results? You can't
Yeah.
take anything for granted.
No,
Exactly.
you absolutely can't. Let's go into some super chats. Thierry Henry, I have my doubts whether it's the real Henry, but if it is, thank you
Course
for all
it
your
is.
Thanks for
service.
watching.
Love the statue. He says, I think we can win this match, but wanted to hear your thoughts on Youssef and Nesri as an Oba replacement and Iñaki Williams as a Lacazette replacement. I mean, do you know what? As we approach the January transfer window, we are going to be doing shows about what kind of signings, players we should be looking at, because that striking situation is an interesting
We've
one.
got to do
And
something.
on the topic of it, big game for Aubameyang, because we love you, Aubameyang, but there is a tendency for him to be a little ineffective in these games at times. Is that fair
This
to
is
say?
the sort of game I wish we had Dominic Calvert-Lewin signed.
It's exactly the kind of player I'd love in this kind of game.
You mentioned Aubameyang, but there's also Lacazette. I mean, there was a post that we put out on social media this week about Lacazette potentially. I know there was talk of him going, whether it's this summer or in January or whatever, and it was that Arteta's supposedly done a U-turn and wants to keep him.
Yeah.
Aubameyang actually liked that post. So I don't know whether that means
AFTV
anything.
sources here.
AFTV sources, all right.
Even if that was true,
So-
I was still buy.
I agree with you,
striker
100%. It's
in
definitely
January.
time that
Whether-
we bring in. a
Even
younger
if I got
striker.
one in on loan.
Just to have someone, because again, these two players, they are aging
Because
players.
Eddie's, I think Eddie Nketiah he could go in.
He'll probably go.
Yeah.
We still have
Pepe
Balogun,
could go.
but
If they get a good enough offer.
yeah, no, you're spot on.
Leno could go.
Yeah.
Suddenly we got some money, mate. We got something to play with.
Would
Agreed.
you guys like to see Lacazette stay?
I'm 50-50 on that.
Depends who we bring in.
Yeah.
Like I'm
I
undecided.
understand he's good for the youngsters. Apparently he's very good with the young players at the club and his attitude's great. But I don't know.
Goal Villa have just scored. The first goal of the Gerrard reign. Ollie Watkins, maybe one of the strikers that...
No, not
Yeah,
for me,
we've
mate.
been linked with
Not
him
for
a
me
couple of
either,
times.
but-
So
Yeah.
I don't see it
Calvert-Lewin.
happening.
Calvert, I agree. I'd love Calvert-Lewin. We've got another super chat here from Karim. Says, Russian Gooner here. Thanks for always sharing my post-match reaction at full time. I love his
Oh,
post.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah, I like his
Class.
post as well.
Class.
Respect to Arteta for sticking to the original lineup with no fear. I think that's the best way to
Spot
put it.
on, yeah.
Bold.
Absolutely. Adam with the super chat as well says, if we win this game comfortably, I'd say there's a chance at winning the league. Good vibes. Big up AFTV love. Let's wait and see where we're left after all this.
Yeah,
but
I'll wait for that, I think.
a win, and in fairness, let's read it properly because he has said it. He said, if we win this game comfortably, and that would be, I mean, if we did to Liverpool what we did to Leicester.
Yeah.
We did to Liverpool what they
3
did to
weeks
Man
ago.
United.
Oh, I'd be floating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even better, mate.
I would too. I'd be calling for another international game just so I can enjoy it. Just so that can be my last
Let's
memory.
all
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, yeah, true. Let's all calm down. But then also, I think we've all been sitting here a little bit twitchy, thinking, it is Liverpool.
This is huge.
It is huge.
I'm nervous now.
Massive. Are you nervous? I'm not. I'm excited.
No, I started getting nervous on the way here. I started first time this week. I started thinking I'm getting nervous now.
I think once the game kicks off, I might get a bit nervous, but I'm feeling really positive about today's game.
Oh, really?
And people will call me like crazy,
Charlene,
deluded,
positive,
whatever.
Yeah.
But I really feel like we could get 3 points.
It's not unlike you.
Yeah,
It's therapeutic to be
Wow.
sitting here with people. Because
Yeah.
if you're sitting at home watching it and you watch it on your own,
You don't know how to
that's what-
feel. It's just.
The only
Exactly.
person I've got to talk to is a cat.
Yeah.
When Arsenal lose, he don't understand why I'm jumping around like a lunatic.
Why is Daddy crying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have that with all my friends, family, girlfriend. They're looking, what are you doing?
Or
Yeah,
you could be
they
with
just don't
people
understand.
who don't like football and they come with that horrible quote, it's only a game.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not only a game,
Don't
mate.
talk to me. Don't talk
You've
to me.
been there, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been there. No, do you know what the worst is? When Arsenal might draw a game and they're in a really bad run and someone who doesn't watch football says, well, they're doing all right, aren't they? No. But we are now, and that's the beauty. That is why we are feeling optimistic going into this game. Guys, let's get a quick... Do we want to do score predictions?
Of course we
Do we want to do
I
it?
don't know.
Yeah, go on.
100% score prediction.
Let's start at that end because he's so desperate to give us his
face.
prediction.
Go on,
Harv,
Harvs.
quick
What are you
prediction.
saying to us?
I'm 2 ways about it. Right? I know you just want a straight answer. We're either going to lose 3-2 or it's going to be 2-2.
Okay.
That's
Good.
So
like,
minimum
I-
4... You think we're going to score 2 goals? Wow.
No.
Your predictions.
Yeah,
Yes, but no.
unless I miss...
Okay, I don't see. Okay, this is going to sound really stupid. I don't see us scoring 2 goals, but I see them letting 2 in.
What, own goals or something?
No, just I don't see us going there and just like scoring. But I feel like if they're going for us and they're
Fine.
scoring, I feel like we can get some.
Set pieces, counter-attack
set
mistakes,
pieces,
maybe,
counter-attacks,
maybe,
mistakes, things
okay.
like that. But
All right. So very vague set of
stupid
predictions
answer.
there,
I'm
Charlene.
sorry.
Do you want to pick one?
I'll go 3-2 Liverpool. I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Heartbreak. Go on.
Well, I'm going the opposite of what you're saying. I'm going 3-2 Arsenal.
I hope you're right. Listen, I'm
hope
with
I'm
you. I'm
right.
with you. I hope you're right.
You know, 3-2.
Stress.
I know it sounds a bit crazy, but I feel like we could really go there and get a result today.
Right, I love it. I hope we can. I know we can, but
Anything's possible.
I also know what Liverpool can do. Great score on your prediction.
I'm going 1-1.
Okay.
And I'm going to be a lot of controversy in this game due to the referee, who we haven't spoken about. It was the referee who refereed. Yes.
Michael
Okay.
Lauderdale.
We don't have a very good record with this man.
Oh, great. Do we have
I
any...
think we'll go 1-0 up and they give a controversial penalty at the cop end late in the game.
Oh, wow.
And I think
Very
it'll be 1-0.
specific.
I know.
Do you know what's
Attention
awful?
But
to
true.
detail.
Do you know-
And
do you know
I'll look
what's bad?
right stupid when we get beat 3-0 and the referee has a blinder. But
Yeah, yeah. You nailed it with 3 red cards for
Well,
Arsenal,
yeah.
all dead set.
That's what I think will happen. I think there'll be something controversial, as there always is with this referee. He doesn't give us a lot, but that's me.
James, what
1-0.
do you
Let's
go
wait and see. I also went for 1-1 and forever Arsenal. I'll stick
1-1,
with it.
1-1,
I'm
right.
going to back the
I
guys
don't
this
know.
time. A
There
lot
could
of
be
people will
goals.
go
There couldn't. I don't know what to expect.
I want to see some goals in this game.
Let's see,
Clean
guys.
sheet
Right,
would be
we're going to
even
wrap it
better.
up there. Guys, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Everyone will be back as well for the watch along, which will be 5:15. We'll go live for that for the 5:30 kickoff UK time. Obviously, wherever you are around the world watching as well, do tune in. We want to hear your thoughts throughout the comment section. And yeah, watch it with us. Go through the emotion with us, because we definitely will be here on set. Don Robbie will be down here as well. Because of his channel, I got used to calling him Don, and I bet it's going to his head. Everything.
Yeah,
Don
the
Robbie.
Don.
We'll just call him Robert from now on. His
Rob.
expressions
I'll
does.
call him Rob.
Don Robert.
Yeah, just Rob.
All right,
Just
Rob.
Yeah, he's Robbie to me. Just a quick score update though, as we go round. Villa are now 2-0 up against Brighton.
Second goal of Gerald Rain.
Yeah, second
Mad.
goal of Gerald's name. Not sure who got the goal there, but they are 2-0
Tyrone
up.
Mings.
Burnley, Palace still 3-3. Newcastle 3-3 at Brentford. Norwich 2-1 up against Southampton. United still losing 2-1 against Watford. Go right now to the Don Robbie channel. We come to the end of that, Saeed will be, I don't know. I'm sure he's wanted United to win, always wanted United to win, but will this be the result that gets Ollie out the door? And Wolves are 1-0 up against West Ham.
Just going back to that Newcastle game,
Yep.
3-0. Eddie Howe isn't there, is he?
He's not there, he's tested positive for COVID. So obviously
Doing-
wish him
doing
well.
all right
Mason
from home.
Greenwood as
Get
well
well
tested positive,
soon.
so we wish him well. All right, guys, we'll see you at 15:15. Go to the Don Robbie channel now to catch the Saturday show, and we will see you for the watch along at 5:15 UK time. Looking forward to it. Come on, Arsenal.
Come on, you got it!